Good morning. This is another sweaty post-run entry. I do most of my thinking when I'm outside in nature, and today was just a nice, lovely, easy run. I have a puncture in my tire, so I can't do any indoor training at the moment on the bike, and it's actually been lovely. I've had a couple of runs despite the weather looking like it's going to be really bad. The sun has come out every time for me, which has been lovely, and lots of people passing were chatting away to me, and it just goes to show that no matter how tired or lethargic you may feel, if your body says it's right to do it, get outside and get your body moving. Your energy will follow. You'll connect with nature. You'll connect with people. Say hello to them. I find that just to run and stare at the pavement in front of you and not connect to what's around you doesn't make for quite as an enjoyable experience. We need to connect more. It's becoming a real big problem in our society. We are alone, yet surrounded by, technology, but we're losing that one-to-one interaction with people. And I think we're all craving it and wanting it, but not quite knowing how to go about it. So if that's you and you're feeling a little bit isolated at the moment, then throw some ideas out to friends or colleagues about meeting up, going for walks, doing sport together, going for a coffee, doing movie nights, doing potluck meals together where everybody just brings something and you sit down. And I believe that we may only have one or two really close friends in a lifetime, but that doesn't mean that we can't have people in our lives that we can connect with on various levels, be it sport, be it spirituality, be it whatever we're interested in. If you have children, often they will create a nice bond for you to meet other mums and dads. So reach out. It's the only way that you can make it happen. It takes a bit of bravery. I know that despite what people think, I'm quite anxious and shy. I get quite nervous around people, and for me, I've definitely found that pushing myself that little bit to start engaging in sport with people, saying yes to going for a run or a bike ride, or doing things where you're comfortable in your environment, not forcing yourself to go out in a bar where it might be overwhelming and there's lots of people if that's not for you, but do something where you're a little bit more comfortable. Even if it's just a coffee, it means you get that connection. And if there's no one to meet up with, well, go for a coffee anyway. Take yourself on a date. Bring a book and chat to the waiting staff. Somehow get that connection going. It wasn't what I was going to talk about, but it's important nevertheless. A lot of people are noticing at the moment that they're incredibly tired, and I'm feeling that too. I was meant to go swimming this morning, and I got up, had my breakfast, and I thought, man, I'm so tired. I went back to bed. It's the darkness. There's less sunshine out there. It's winter. We're still in hibernation mode. Don't worry about it. You're just needing more rest. Spring's going to come around soon, and the birds were all flying around today. You can feel that change is starting to happen. So take the rest, because before you know it, we're going to be into brighter evenings, brighter mornings. You're going to get this big boost of energy, and you're not going to be getting all of that sleep. So take it. Your body's looking for it for a reason. For a lot of you, there's some healing going on deep levels too, and that's where it happens, in your sleep, or a lot of processing of thoughts in relation to life, work, relationships. Sleep is where we process things. If you're an athlete, you may find that this tiredness is interfering with your desired training plans. I say take the sleep, get the training in later if you can. Sleep is so important and restorative for the body on many levels. Your brain is doing a lot of neuro processing between the cognitive system and the nervous muscular system. Also, you're doing repair. Your body is adapting. It's generating its energy systems and its strength systems and its oxygen systems. So allow it the rest. Don't feel that you're being lazy at all. In fact, a smart athlete sees rest as tremendously important. Rest and nutrition is where you get the gains from your hard work. Just the hard work is like trying to drive a car and only filling up the tank once. It's going to break down. There's a lot of energy moving around for women. There's sort of these feelings inside of wanting to break out, wanting to find your voice, wanting to assert yourself more, feeling a bit irritated with still conforming in within society in those slightly submissive roles where you're kind of teetering on that edge of, excuse me, my phone was beeping there, teetering on that edge of wanting to jump out and be all of what you are, and then not quite sure because in the surroundings around you it feels a little bit uncomfortable. People are used to you being sort of in your box, and it makes other people uncomfortable when you want to come out being that stronger yet soft, more assertive yet feminine, more knowing you, and you know, it kind of can create a slight feelings of conflict where, you know, you're jumping around from getting irritated and a little bit frustrated within over, well, who are you to tell me that, you know, I'm not right? And the inner voice then, which always jumps in and confirms that you're dumb, stupid, and don't know anything, you know, has a little go as well. And yet there's this fighting part of you that is like, no, I want to be more. I want to contribute more. I know that I have a lot to provide. I know that I've worked hard. I've learned hard. There's a path for me now, and I want to go on it. And I love you all, everybody around me. But please honor where I'm wanting to travel. And I think it's raising insecurities in those that love you, surrounding you, as well as you absorbing those and feeling those within yourself. And then there's these feelings of irritation, and you know, just honor that flow. Purposely and confidently walk forward, test the waters with becoming a little bit more sure in yourself. If you're a man and you're listening to this, I think that for you there's probably a lot of change going on too, where you're noticing that there's, you know, a need to balance the masculine and the feminine energy. There's new ways of doing things now, and that's shaking and rattling people up a little bit too. But I think it's all exciting. I think that, you know, there's really good positive times ahead for all of us, and we must embrace this and support one another and work with one another. And as well, there is a role for each of us that's unique and different, and it's not a competition for resources, for customers or clients or knowledge. We're not fighting to prove ourselves and our worth and gain our little bit of market. There's a specific role for each of us, and it's up to us to find that. For example, you know, within my career, I can span a lot of potential areas between being a pharmacist, being a nutritional therapist in the conventional form of the word, functional medicine, sports nutrition. I could write recipe plans. I could write diet plans for weight loss or training. The market is, I could write cookbooks, you know, and I've done all of these things. I've developed a product and got myself in a nice little learning experience with a company that didn't want to admit to what I'd actually created. You know, there's all of these different opportunities, and it's at times felt like it's been an incredibly difficult journey. The doorbell's just rang, and what I'm saying is I have my own special niche where there is no competition, where I should honor that and go for it. So I'm gonna have to get the door. I think it's the post lady. So I just want to wish you all a really good day. Find your path. Love yourselves.